Alright, welcome to GTA Online. Um, and so, I haven't been on there for a few weeks, obviously, as you know, because, like, properly, because of all the money I've had. There has been an update that's rolled out, supposedly getting rid of everybody's money that they've had gifted to them or they've hacked themselves. So, having said that, I thought I'd go back on here, see what my money's like, and as we can see here, it's still at $60 million. Yeah, for some reason they decided to not bother with me and leave my 60 million there. I have no idea why. So at this point, I can only assume that I'm always going to have $60 million. I don't know why they've ignored it, but I've been so pissed off with the fact that I have that I've just thought fuck it. And what I've decided to do, as you'll see right in a second, is spend some of that money, and I've spent it on a Cheetah. I've just thought, fuck it, you know what I mean? I think by this time, I probably would have had enough to buy it. It's about 650,000. So bearing in mind how much time I would have probably played it, and how much money you get in races, and all the money that my nephew took out of my account, I imagine I would have been able to afford it anyway. And really, I'm just so fucked off now that I don't know how much money I've got legitimately. So I thought, why not? Everyone else has got adders and entities, so I thought, why not buy myself a proper supercar so I can compete properly in supercar races, since that's a majority of my time. That's what I do in GTA Online. And I didn't want to go for the adder and the entity purely because they're just so common, and I have done solo races with supercars to just measure their sort of times, and the adder and the entity are both streets above everything else. But I'm hoping with the Cheetah, maxing it out to hell, I can compete with them. I certainly would be confident on that in the majority of tracks, especially if they have traffic on or there's a lot of turns in the tracks. I feel I would have a great chance. So here we are, I'm going to Los Santos Customs. There's a few dudes around here, and we'll see what happens, shall we? Oh, look at this. Why am I not surprised? I'm getting shot up to fuck. That's one tire gone. I think that might be 2 tires gone. And I thought it was a guy in the car, but there's a guy right above there just camping out, just being annoying, shooting people that just generally want to go and upgrade cars. I'm not going to let that deter me. Fuck that bloke. I'm going to the other customs garage, which is only a mile down the road. Because there's no one ever that's there that trolls like they do at that one. I've really got to remember that and just totally ignore that one from now on. I don't see what the point is of doing that. I mean, it just annoys me. I play this game, you know. I don't troll people. I don't see the fun in that. But there you go. Some people obviously do. But whatever. So I'm going to go to the over Los Santos Customs with my car. Pretty fucked. It has actually got 3 burst tires. But anyway, the reason why I'm actually doing this post commentary is because my microphone was just, the audio levels and stuff were just fucked. So I've edited this out quite a fair bit. There was a race I did which I've totally edited out because the audio was fucked and it wasn't a great race. It wasn't even with the Cheetah, it was with the Feld. So it was alright. I finished 3rd, but it's quite a long, drawn out sort of race. So I just cut that out entirely. I'm going to do the rest here on post commentary and hope that the audio levels are okay. So I'm getting close to Los Santos Customs, where we're going to have some fun and max out the Cheetah. The reason I chose a Cheetah was because it is a decently fast car, and I love the look of it. I just really do love the look of it. I think it looks better than both the Entity and the Adder. Yeah, that's why. And it was only 650,000, so well, fuck it. There we are in the garage. We're going to go through all the shit and buy whatever makes it faster, basically. So I think that was like $480 to repair it. That's 480 bucks that guy cost me right there. But as you can see, I'm looking at the preview window right now, so it's hard to make out what all this says. But I'm just maxing everything out. There we go. I'm looking at different choice of exhaust. I mean, they're all pretty decent, but I think I will go for something that's quite subtle. I don't like the number plate positioning there. I do like the 3 triangular shaped sort of exhausts there. Well, they're shaped in a triangle when they're all together. But I don't like the number plate placement, so I'll go for something a bit more subtle. Right here, we've got our musical horns. Obviously, I love my musical horns, and they sound pretty cool. I'll go for musical horn 4, I believe. I'm not too fussed about the lights whatsoever. Plate, well, let's go for the black one since we have a part of the car is a black finish. We're gonna have to, I could have gone for the chrome finish, but I don't like the chrome finish, so I pass on that. Now I do debate for quite a while on the colour scheme, but you know, this is a crazy looking supercar. So when you get a crazy looking supercar, you want a crazy looking supercar colour. So it does take me a few minutes to debate it, and that is the colour I would have chose. That lush lime green. I think it looks wicked, but unfortunately you've got to do a certain amount of stunt jumps to get that, and I don't really have any interest in looking for stunt jumps. So I'm not going to go out of my way and do stuff in the game that I wouldn't normally do. So looking for stunt jumps is not something I would do, to be honest. So I don't think I'll ever get one unlocked, but I'm thinking that yellow looks nice. I mean, it reminds me of the Lamborghinis. I do like me Lamborghinis, especially Lamborghini Countach. It looks amazing. So I'm just having a quick, brief look at all the rest of the colours before deciding I'm going to go for the racing yellow. So that's the colour I've gone for there. Wings, that looks sweet. The others, not so much. I think that second wing, it just suits this car so much. It just suits that. I think it looks great. So we go for that. So again, we max up all the stats that can improve our car to the max. Get a turbo on there. Have a look at the wheels. Bulletproof tyres instantly. As you found out just then, I had 3 tyres blown out. That's not going to happen again now. Fuck that. Get different tyre choices. I like your typical sports car tyres. Like the less spokes, the better, really. Like less spokes, but thicker spokes. So I will opt for that one. I think that looks the best. I'm not liking the colour though. It's looking a bit dark for me. Normally alloys are a bit brighter than that. I don't know why the alloy colour is so dark. It looks like it's used when it's that dark. So I go for I believe I go for white, because it looks more like an alloy colour to me. I don't really want coloured alloys. Go for a bit of a yellow smoke, yellow tyre smoke. Suit the car. And we're done. That's the Cheetah, performance-wise, maxed out as much as possible, and a few slight alterations to the look. So now we're going to skip to the race I'm going to be showing. It's only going to be a quick race to show off how well the Cheetah will perform in a supercar race against the likes of NCs and adders. So let's go and look for a race. Ironic message there about what they're going to do about the cheating and wiping people's account. Clearly they missed me. Very ironic, since that message is the only message that always appears now, and yet I still have 60 million. So this is where it is going to edit out. This is, I mean, I'm looking for a supercar race. This is a motorcycle race with no traffic and no custom vehicles. I don't see the point in playing that. I don't want to play a motorcycle race where I can't even use my own bike. So I will back out of this race at some point. I don't know when that point will be, but it should be imminently. Ah, that was why. I had to wait for it to go here, and this is the annoying bit. You wait for there, and I've got to go through that loading screen again with the same message. It's like it's taunting me. But it'll only be a few more seconds, and we'll get to the menu of the race. Alright, so we are. It is Route 68, a bog standard affair. But it's a supercar race, so I can use my Cheetah. I do like Route 68 though. I mean, I find it's a bit too common. I've played a lot, not quite as much as down the drain and jumps these days, but it is used quite a lot. But I think what makes Route 68 good is traffic. You have to have traffic on. As you can see there, traffic is not on. So the thing with Route 68 is a very straight race. There are no sort of turns. There's no tight corners, there's no tight roads. It's just literally a straight race on a highway. So what makes it exciting for me and what makes it diverse is the traffic. Then you can get unpredictable results. I mean, I can fuck my race up, others can fuck their race up. With no traffic, it's not so much, so I'm not feeling confident going up against adders and entities. With Cheetah, if it's a straight race with no traffic, whenever I host a race, I would always have I'll always have traffic, and I'll always have catch up turned off. I feel that's the most fun options. As you can see with all the cars here, they're all adders, and they're all entities pretty much. So great with no traffic. And if you've seen like the player levels there, they're all like so many were over 100. It's crazy. But here we go. We're on our way. Now, when I race, I don't like generally being in the middle of races, in the middle of the pack, because there's always collisions at the start of races. But, I mean, I'm so far near the front, I'm hoping to get into the front and I can avoid the collisions here. But there is a collision going on. I couldn't see shit. I've been rammed from behind, rammed again. Totally lost control. Fortunately, I've knocked over the barrier. But that's put me pretty much in last place. Hitting to him, which didn't help either. But I think it made him move up a bit more. Car turning over. That has put me in 7th out of 10. Really not good. The first few are pulling away from me. And I have a guy in front of me, which I'm assuming is in an adder or an entity. I can't tell what it is in the window I'm looking at. But I have a bit of catching up to do, and we're going to see just how well the Cheetah does in straight line speed, basically, because this track is purely straight line speed. Without traffic, it's such a different race. But we've overtook a couple. For some reason there was a guy there going extremely slow. I don't know why, but we're at mid-table. I think that's 5th. But you know, I want to finish higher than 5th, but the first two are starting to pull away. There's someone else there that must have had a collision. As I go up to 4th, I'm still not catching this dude in front of me. I'm keeping about roughly the same distance. Maybe he's pulling away from me ever so slightly, but it's not too bad. But it doesn't look like I'm catching him, does it? He's going to need to have an accident for me to catch him, which when you've got a straight race, chances of that ain't massive, let's be fair. Someone else has crashed. That puts me up to 2nd because they obviously collided with each other. Bit of a battle going for first. One of them lost the plot and thought, I'm going to try to take you out, and took himself out at the same time, unfortunately. So I'm in 2nd, but I'm just not gaining that much on him, though it looks like now I've gained somewhat on him. The only way I can assume I've gained is he must have lifted off at some point for a corner. But is this going to be enough to win the race? We're coming near the end of it. And it's not. I finished 2nd, so not the greatest race to show the skills of the Cheetah, but a race nonetheless, and one I'm fairly happy with. Finishing in runner-up against all those supercars. 7 grand for runner-up. That ain't bad. I'm amazed at the price payouts on like Route 68, which only took a couple of minutes. It's crazy. If you look here, first place, 20,000. That is mental. I've never known it to be anywhere like that. 20 grand? Good grief. So, anyway, that was the race showcase of my brand spanking new car bought with my 60 million I now have forever. So I think next time I will try to have a capture race or a death match or some kind of mission. I'll try and mix it up a bit, but yeah, thanks for watching, and I apologise again, this is in post-commentary, but hopefully it'll be sorted next time. Again, thanks for watching.